after some time, this rose plant stops giving flower. So it needs to be pruned. You cut it, and there is a special way to go about with it. And you go to Google and you'll find everything. So if you look at on the left side, there is that same rose plant. And on the right side, what has happened is full of flowers. And I'm doing it with my wife over here in my garden. I love gardening, and I'm there, in the summertime. This is what you need to do. There will be negative people in your life. Just like that, you need to, either talk to them politely and tell them that this is not what life is all about. But that influence of those negative will be so much that you will become negative. You don't want to get negative. So what do? You stay away from them. You stop interacting with them, and you can make just, some dua for them, for those people who are really close to you. I mean, they are your brothers and your, maybe your cousins and your uncles. So you need to, understand these are the negative people. I have to stay away. Now, if you are in an area which is full of bad smell, after some time, that bad smell will go into your body. And, like people who works in tanneries, leather tanneries, I mean, they don't feel it also. They can't smell it also. But when they move out of their factory and they go to somebody else, they can smell them. So that's called negativity. I mean, that poor fellow is working, but then he has to get out of that work because that's killing his health too. So we need to understand that past is past. Don't let your yesterday take up your today. So what you need to understand is learn to let it go. And that is the key of happiness. If you have seen the movie, I've seen it with my grandchildren, Frozen. There's a song, let it go, and let it go. So you need to break from your past. That is the most important thing. And there are ways that you need to learn. There are so many books on it. So learning to live in the present moment is part of your journey of joy. You see, if you look at the word present is a gift from God. Past is from where you should learn some lessons. And we should not start living too much in the future also. This is where you should be living, present, today, moment. That's what you should be learning and practicing. This is a beautiful quote from Helen Keller. Keep your face to the sun. If the sun is coming and you cannot see the shadow, that is the positivity. Shadow, you look at the back, and whatever you're looking, you need to, shadow will be there, but don't look at the negativity. The negativities will be there all the time. So you cannot remove the shadow, but you don't want to see the shadow. You should look at the sun. And that's a beautiful quote. So it is you and you only who can change the negative thoughts to positive. Nothing can bring you happiness but yourself. And these are great authors, thinkers, philosophers. And there are so many books which have been written on this. So if you think, everything starts from here, remember, you can. And this is another beautiful book. This is a book which really motivates me, and there are a lot of practical tips. It's right there. So for this webinar, of course, I've consulted this book also. Buy these books. And these are the things that you need to have in your life. Beautiful books are there. And their 40 years or 50 years or 30 years of their practical experience, research, they have got it for you. So now the exercise that I'm going to have, you need to master your thoughts. You need to do the following exercises. Now, just listen to me. You need to, on a piece of paper, write what are the negative thoughts, only you know, and beliefs that you have. Just write it down. And you need to work one by one or one or two at a time to remove it, to eliminate it, just eradicate it from your mind. It is tough. Let me tell you, it's not easy. So you know what your negative thoughts are, write them, and then you replace them with positive thoughts. What I mean by that? I mean, you're fearful of certain thing, come out of that fear. Why that fear has crept in? Because remember, the word fear, F-E-A-R, fear, just one word. It is false evidence appearing real. I'll repeat, F-E-A-R, false evidence, which you're thinking in your mind, that is the thing appearing real today. It had happened before, but why just stick to that thing? Get out of that. So this is what you can do in your spare time. You can do before you go to sleep, and just talk to yourself. Talk to yourself. So this exercise will take few weeks to few months, but you need to work every day, day in and day out, in order to become positive, in order to become a better person, in order to be a person who's loved and liked. Sometimes you don't see the answer to whatever you're going through, then you need help. There's no harm to go to a teacher, to a coach, to a mentor who are at that level, who you trust. It can be your dad, it can be your mom, it can be your husband, it can be your wife, because they look at you, how you think also. Your best friends, they will tell you, are you positive, you are negative? You ask them, they'll tell you. You are this and this, and you are this and that. So the positive thoughts and emotions are many. Again, I've chosen just few. Gratitude. That is the ultimate. You keep on saying thank you and thank you to people, you'll feel good. I swear. I mean, if a person has done that much of favor, so when you are saying thank you, that person feels good, you feel good too. Serenity, peace, your interest, which the passion that you have, hope, pride, amusement, inspiration, awe, love, joy. And I'm going to talk about joy. Whatever we are doing business, we are working, we are doing kind of discovery, the invention, research. End of the day, we should find joy in that. Whatever you are doing, that happiness has to be there. So this is the face of the happy people, of the positive people. So if you look at that, you feel joyous. And you saw the faces of the negative people too. So here you need to, how you come out of that negativity is you have to tell yourself, you have to keep on telling yourself, that's called programming. I'm a positive thinker. I'm a positive thinker. So that is the affirmation that you need to do every day. Now I'll do another exercise for you. How you can do this affirmation is when you keep on repeating, and there is a complete book on self-talk. This is one of the best book that I have written. There are a lot of tips and how to go about with it in a very practical way, easy way. And you need to, again, read this book for sure. Write your why, and you know what you want in your life. That remember the motivation, that carrot which is there. So there is a research being done, and the research is that the carrot is there, and then you are running after it, and the carrot goes a little bit far away. You're still running after it, and then after some time, you can see it blurred. And even if it is gone, you are still running because that inner motivation is there. So what is your why? What is your positive thoughts, which needs to be converted into action? Now, when you have read your why of your life, write it. Don't think. Write it in a card, okay? And put it next to your bed, and read it loud 2 times. One, first thing in the morning, you get up and you say Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, and then you read it, and you go for the whole day, work, business, come back at night, just before going to sleep, again, see that affirmation card and read it loudly, not like that. So what you're doing is you are keep on repeating, and your mind is getting reprogrammed. That's what you need to do. And other than that, this is where the real thing comes, where they say that tire meets the road, the rubber meets the road, that connection is there. You need to feel it. You need to believe in what you are saying. You can. You need to just, close your eyes, and maybe you have memorized it, and then you talk loudly. You keep on saying, Alhamdulillah, I am the person who like to help people. I'm the person who like to help people. If that is what is going to give you a joy, do that. I want to change my life to the positive side. I want to do that. So you need to believe in yourself. Without belief, nothing happens. I'll tell you, this is a very, interesting story of a donkey in the well. This you mentioned.